Welcome back everybody to another week of ANBU Reports. Now I only saw the title for this week's CN news before I started recording, and that's because it is a new ninja skill breakthrough in CN, Ashura Ototsuki. This is kind of crazy because I think we joked about this like last year, like imagine Ashura getting breakthroughs, and oh, here we are now. He is actually getting breakthroughs. 4-star Ashura. So as I said before, I haven't actually taken a look at any of his abilities because I wanted to go over them just to see how broken he is, and I don't know if it's even remotely fair. So we can see here that Ashura is going to get +2 for every single one of his skills, as well as a Y version for all of them. And so just going through, we can already see that he has a new debuff, which is Weakness Seal. So let's take a look exactly what kind of debuff this is. So there's this new debuff, Weakness Seal, which is irremovable and neglects immunity and lasts until the end of the round, is going to make it so that units who have it will have their attack and ninjutsu reduced by 25% of their base stat, their crit rate reduced to 50%, and their injury to 0. Oh no. Oh, that is disgusting. Not to mention that it has the same effects as no cheating, which makes it so buff and scales are disabled for the duration of the debuff. There is also a Y version, which makes it so that instead of reducing their crit rate and they're setting their injury rate to 0, it makes it so they can't receive healing. So this is pretty impactful because what happens when your injury rate gets set to 0 is that you no longer get the ability to do bonus crit damage. So I think the base crit damage is going to be 150%, so 50% extra damage. And I believe with this debuff, it's extra damage, it's extra painful, because if your injury rate is at 0, that means whoever hits you, when they like compare, if their injury rate was like 10,000 and yours was 10,000 before, they would only do 1.5. And so the dangerous thing is when they set your injury rate to 0, you're gonna take so much more crit damage, and you're gonna take way more crit damage or crit hits in the first place because your crit rate's also reduced to 50%. So you're getting a lot more damage a lot more frequently from crit hits. So this debuff alone is already incredibly strong. So with that part being said, let's go ahead and actually take a look at the mysteries here. In the +2 version, we have the same thing. Causes unavoidable earth and water damage, 3 combo, and then suppresses immunity until the end of the round, which is new. And then it will also cause knockdown, suppress immunity until the end of the round. Oh, okay. So it now causes suppress immunity to all the units in the field when they're hit by the +2. So it's a lot like Madara. Who is it? Madara is 10-tailed Jin Cherokee, who also does the suppress to all the units that he hits. And then along with that, the selected target will also get hit with the new debuff Weakness Seal. The Y version is the exact same thing as a +2, just instead of the Weakness Seal, it gives the Weakness Seal level Y, which, by the way, level Y kind of sucks. It's just preventing healing. Moving on to the +2 standard, it makes it so that it hits all units in the opponent's lineup instead of 3 to 4, and it has a high chance to cause low float to the unit's hit. Not too big of a upgrade here. Y1 makes it so that it reduces 12% defense and resistance, which is stackable, instead of 8%, and has the same high chance of causing low float to the unit hit. So honestly, a standard is pretty fine. I think that one doesn't add a whole lot to Ashura's kit. When we move to the first chase here, it's got, I don't know why the damage is highlighted here, but it says chase and attack a repulse unit causes damage. I don't know why the damage is highlighted. And then also cause additional splash 40% damage to units 1 grid away. This skill ignores a certain amount of defense and resistance, and then at the beginning of every single round, starting from round 2, all your lineups will have their trigger increased by 2, stackable up to 6. So interesting. So it increased the cap from 5 to 6, and it will double, and it'll actually get to there twice as fast. So instead of taking 5 rounds to ramp all the way up to max, it'll only take 3 rounds to ramp all the way up to 6 extra chases. So that's pretty good. That actually makes this passive really usable. The Y version is crazy. This is oh, we haven't seen one of these chasing it in such a long time. Oh, okay, I see now. I'm going back to the +2. What it means when it says causes damage is it no longer causes knockdown. So it's similar to the Y version. It's kind of like the old chases, like the old really weak ninjas, where after they chase, they just end the chase right there. We haven't seen these kinds of chases in such a long time, so I didn't expect it at all. But the Y version makes it be able to chase any kind of chase, so high float, knockdown, repulse, or low float, and then it'll just cause the damage. It doesn't cause any follow-up chases with that. And then along with that, it will keep the same increased chase trigger time. So I think the Y one's definitely better here, just because you'll be able to chase anything. Though I guess it would mess up with some chase combos, so the +2 could be more useful in some cases. Going to his passives, these are some very long passives here. Ashura has level 2 immunity. When he evades an attack, recovers 20% chakra and counterattacks with 15% of his current HP. And then, whenever he executes a chase attack, he locks his own mystery cooldown to 0, then attacks the ninja with the lowest HP in the opponent's lineup, which causes knockdown, immobile, steals all the standard attacks of that unit, and this skill ignores a certain amount of defensive resistance, and units defeated by this skill cannot be revived. So I think what this is saying is after he uses his chase attack, he's going to be able to always use his mystery. And then not only that, but he also executes like a half standard, which goes and attacks the lowest HP unit in the opponent's lineup, and then does a bunch of other stuff. So which is really, really fun, as you can see. For the Y version of this passive, it makes it so that when he does his chase attack, he actually goes into explosive mode for 1 round. Okay, so his Y version has the same passive where it attacks the lowest HP unit after he uses a chase, but instead of stealing all the standard attacks of the unit he hits with that ability, he will enter explosive mode, which makes it so that Ashura has super armor, and whenever enemies attack him with a taijutsu damage, they will have their standard attack attempts reduced by 1. Yeah, that's really fair. So like if you attack Ashura with taijutsu damage, you're kind of screwed, because then you're not able to attack. I wonder if that will actually allow you to completely remove standard attacks. Like if a ninja with a taijutsu mystery attacks you, he's gonna reduce his standard attack attempts from 1 to 0, meaning he can't use his standard that turn, which would really suck. Now, along with that, he also gets his passive 2+2, which makes it so that at the beginning of every round, all your units... What? And then his passive 2+2 just seems like extra damage reduction, because at the beginning of every round, all units in your lineup will suffer 10% less damage from your opponents, stackable up to 2 times, which I believe will just last indefinitely. And then additionally, Senjutsu units in your lineup will have their mystery skills become unavoidable until the end of the round, which is great. The Y version makes it so that at the beginning of every round, all the units in your lineup will have their combo rate increased by 40%. And then Senjutsu units will have their unavoidable mystery skills. However, there is also an extra skill that comes with the Y passive, which is whenever Ashura suffers damage, he'll recover 2% of his health, and whenever Ashura executes an on-field skill triggered by his passive, increases ninjutsu by 10%. So he gets scaling every time he uses his chase, which is excellent. So to sum it up, what have we just read here? This is quite a lot of things that we just seen. Basically, it seems like Ashura is going to be a ninja that revolves around using his chases, as well as having a really overpowered mystery that allows him to kill any unit he wants. Because I believe how he will kind of be used is just, you want him to stack up his chase passive, and as he gets more and more chases, you just put things up that trigger his chase. Like if you run his Y chase, it's going to be really good because he's going to be able to chase every single thing, repulse, knockdown, low float, or high float. They triggered that, and then he's going to be able to use his passive with that to deal a ton of damage, get scaling off of it, and also depending on which passive you either get like extra standards off that or get super armor. and then just cause even more chaos, which is really scary, especially if you take a look at his standard. His ability to armor shred, 12% defense and resistance, and he's going to be using a lot of standards because the more he uses chase, the more he's going to steal away standard attacks. And that's just not going to be a fun time, I think. Not only that, but he's going to have his mystery up every single round because of his passive. And I don't think it's even possible to stop him because he has level 2 immunity. He just straight up sets his mystery cooldown to 0, so you can't like increase it. I don't know if he can override the lock with like Himimara, but I kind of doubt it. And then with his mystery, he's going to be able to cause weakness seal, which is essentially a death sentence on any ninja, because now they have virtually no resistance towards any type of critical attack, not to mention that they're already going to have their defense and resistance shredded, so that's going to cause a lot of damage. And yeah, overall very, very, very strong breakthroughs for Ashura here. The best part is I think my guild leader here actually even has him 4-starred, which he got for free, by the way. All of them from RNG, just pure RNG. He managed to get his 4-star Ashura. You don't see it here, but he does have his 4-star Ashura. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. But I do think this is a little bit insane with the amount of abilities he just had. Like the sheer amount of abilities he has is crazy. He gets scaling, he gets healing, he gets level 2 immunity, he can get super armor, he can annihilate any units, he can seal standard attacks, he can do all the standard attacks. It's like a lot of stuff in this kid. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That is going to be it for this week's ANBU Report though. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.